Well, sure. You know, the reason why we talk about that, or you talk about it, is because of what he's done in the past and what his track record shows. So, you know, you look at some of the ERAs of their bullpen, you know, do it off a SIP, that's pretty hard to do. Josh Fields I think was a Rule 5 for them last year. He's got 1 ERA. I mean, you can tell they don't lose many of those games after the 7th inning this year. So take 2 out of 3. They got the best record in the league. Where are they at?
The best record in the league.
That's pretty hard to do. I mean, it was he had to earn everything. I thought Ubaldo was really good. He deserved a lot better fate. Game's not always fair. I mean, you look at that 1 inning, you get a weak ground ball for first out, and you get a broken bat that Manny flinched on with rightfully so, with the bat flying at him, and then you get broken bat by Altuve that found the hole that we were covering second on, and then you get a routine ground ball that we're playing a shift on. Can't turn that one. It's just really unfortunate. He really pitched well. He deserved a lot better.
When a team is struggling offensively like you guys had been, does the inning, like the 4th inning, does that kind of...
Like who?
Like the 4th inning when you guys were able to score those runs, does that kind of take some of the pressure off at all, or kind of alleviate
not.
Things in the dugout?
Between now and 1 o'clock tomorrow, maybe. But it'll start back up again. It always does. There's a challenge around every corner here at this level. And, it's not that you don't have any other choice. It's just you just trust good people that have a track record and are grinding and working and trying to get back to the level we know they're capable of. And sometimes it's not, you got to keep fighting to get to the end game.
Since Brad Brock came here, he's 10-1.
I don't know if that's necessarily good out of the bullpen. What do you want to be, 1-10? I guess that's a lot better than the other, huh?
But I mean, is it a lot because he's that good, or or a combination of that, or being in the right place at the right time when something?
No, he's
happens?
good. You don't do it you don't do it at all up here for more than 2 or 3 outings unless you're good at what you do. And Brad, he's worked hard to maintain his health and his arm strength, and you could tell in the spring he was wanting to. When guys get to a point, Brad does it for the right reasons, but when guys get to a point where they're able to start getting some things back, it's what Parcells used to say, it's why you lift all those weights, to get a chance to play at the best level in the world. And, Brad's not going to pass on an opportunity. He knows when you've been through some of the things he's been through, how things can change and how fleeting they are for all of us in baseball and in life in general.
You always seem to have a lot of faith in him. And I mean, obviously, since maybe, first week or 2 of this year, he's been particularly good. I mean, is it a point where you could use him wherever you feel he fits?
I don't ever say, Dan, I'd like to feel that. There are periods when we feel that way about everybody, but, it's around every corner. I mean, you just can't say, okay, this has happened, so this is going to happen the rest of their career and their life. It just doesn't work that way. I wish it did. Otherwise, if it did, then we wouldn't need any coaches or managers or anybody to cover it, because what we're covering are things that are break from norms. I mean, that's why you come to the game, what appears like on paper. I mean, starter day before yesterday, we had no business on paper beating. We're facing Chris Sale tomorrow on paper. It should be a W for them in a lot of cases. So against a rookie pitcher, I mean, but we'll find out. I'm looking forward to it. They're tough games to manage when you got, they're off tomorrow and we got 2 games tomorrow at 1 o'clock. I mean, we're trying to win the game. We're trying to keep as many bullets to get through another game and try to get through tomorrow. When we saw this, this is very important for us to maintain the, not obviously the health of our bullpen, but, it's key to get as deep as you can in these games with these starters to try to keep some consistency.
But going back and forth, you guys, after the double steal, you guys scored 3 runs. Could you kind of sense that got some excitement going, got the offense going at all?
I don't know. You'd have to ask the fans. I know that we scored a run. That's always exciting, regardless of how many you've been scoring. I'd like to think the other things would have happened afterwards if we hadn't. But our 2 players, Adam and Jimmy, executed the play perfectly. What we'd talked about, before the series and before every series. So, hats off to them. I mean, that's how it all came about, because they executed it properly. Sleep fast. Everybody got to work tomorrow? We had